she now inflicts. Still, I flinch as she makes a cursory examination of my naked left ring finger before her eyes roam over my off-the-rack sweater, screeching to a halt at my sensible black loafers, which I tuck quickly beneath my chair. Thrown momentarily by her impromptu fashion findings, Mrs. Perry pauses, and I seize my chance to regain parent-teacher conference control. Mrs. Perry, I can't give credit for work that isn't done. I'm afraid the F stands. Mrs. Perry's blue eyes have narrowed so that her dark pupils are mere pinpricks between her dense lashes. Brilliant children should not be hampered by regulations set by the simple-minded administration for the weak-minded majority. Professor Dwight's voice is quick in my ear. Parent-teacher conferences are a wonderful opportunity to let parents know how much you enjoy working together as partners in their child's education. I shoo the professor away before Ainsley Perry can squash him with her manicured hand. We are at a stalemate. As I have sadly come to realize, there is no rationale for the unbalanced expectations of many of the parents in this privileged community in which I teach. Darby is a day school in the Belmont section of Boston. When not confined to their Duxbury and Hingham salt boxes, these children inhabit the New England stomping grounds of the post-Mayflower generations, adroitly wielding tennis rackets and toting monogrammed golf bags by the age of 3. During summer, they log serious sailing time, tacking and jibing away the month of August, off either Nantucket or the Vineyard. Despite the fact that I was offered 2 other teaching positions, I was smitten by the New England facade of the Darby Day School the first time I drove through the granite pillars. These kids came to school already on an Ivy League track. Gone would be the heartbreaking struggles I'd encountered during my student teaching stint in a neighborhood where most children were on government welfare and arrived to school hungry, frustrated, and grossly behind, if at all. Though I'd embraced the assignment initially, stalwartly hanging on to those green beliefs about making a difference in each individual whose life I hoped to alter, I soon faltered, exhausted by the harsh realities of the system. I was just one more lofty-minded education graduate plunked in an urban jungle with nothing more than a newly printed diploma stashed in her messenger bag. As my father said when I accepted the Darby position, "Don't think twice, kiddo. You're a scrapper. You'll still find ways to make a difference no matter where you teach." Now, as I sit across from Mrs. Perry, who drums her nails on the desk, I am questioning just what kind of difference I am making here. I do not wish to embroil myself in academic litigation with Mrs. Perry, or her husband, who has yet to grace my classroom with his presence, though he routinely clogs my email box with bullet-pointed lists of complaints, as he is mostly overseas, engaged in some form of exporting business. But my principles will not allow me to give in. I wonder how happy Mrs. Perry and her husband are with each other, or in general. Despite their racket-wielding son and his success in the tournament world of their country club, what kind of parents show up only to demand unnecessary special treatment? I have yet to see either one attend the fall harvest picnic or our spring school play. Forget a fundraising event like a bake sale. Instead, they are perpetual no-shows who also failed to alert the music teacher of Horatio's absence the night of the 4th grade play, leaving poor Mrs. Riley, the music teacher, scrambling to fill his lead role minutes before curtains opened. These are not parents who consider for a moment the long hours I stay late at school, grading papers, personally disinfecting their children's desks with Clorox wipes, purchased by yours truly, or the 2 hours spent waiting on the front steps for parents who simply forgot to come pick up their child after a field trip. Who forgets their own kid? And then there's Horatio, the boy himself.